Hey guys, welcome back to Rome. Creative mode, 7 Days to Die. This is part 10. I have a couple of announcements to make. One that I just thought of. I will be, in the next probably week or so, be putting in a picture of the Circus Maximus in the upper right corner of this game series. So that way when we're building things, especially this project, you guys can kind of get an idea of what exactly we're doing at the moment, so you can just kind of be on the same page as us. Especially since we're going to be building other things in this. So when we're building, let's say if we were to do the Coliseum or something like that, you would be able to see that. Not that anyone doesn't know what the Coliseum looks like, but you don't know. We have some.
Maybe somebody.
Yes, we do have people watching this channel from like the Czech Republic, so who knows. Anyways, so we're gonna build the walls now on the second floor all the way around, which is kind of a little more complicated because, again, if I had the picture-to-picture thing up, you'd kind of see what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna do my best to explain it to you. Basically, on the second floor, it kind of comes out to about here, but we're not going to build that because the stairs that go down are what support that part of the building, and there aren't arches beneath it because the stairs cover so it's basically like behind the bleachers in high school kind of thing. So we're just going to build a wall around here, and then the wall will give us what we need to put the stairs in. So yeah, we're going to do that. So the walls now are 4 apart, so 2, 3, 4, and then 3, which, by the way, Nick, maybe you should fill in the part with, the footing for the columns.
What footing?
If you look in, like, the side of the 2 big squares that we built, you're way over there. Coming over. See, like on this side, there's these feet here, the footing. Well, there's 4 concrete, and then a gap of 3, and then 4. Wait, that's not right. Why is it like lined up perfectly over here, but not over there? Interesting. Well, you know what? Let's just make it. So you can fill that in with the footing thing, if you know what I'm talking about. It just goes 3, 4, 3, 4. So yeah, we'll just make that. It's a little slight imperfection, but imperfection can be beautiful sometimes. Already out of concrete. Son of a bitch. No! I fucked up already. There, we're almost halfway. arches. Which is funny, because everything in Rome, they utilize the arch a lot. Like we're building aqueducts, we're going to be building arches a lot.
We'll get used to it.
Apparently, we're going to have to. We don't have a choice. Those Romans thought ahead. They're like, someday, there'll be two fucking losers that want to rebuild us. Rebuild our great city. So we're going to build a bunch of arches.
Just to piss them off.
Yes, because their game is going to be mainly made out of blocks. It's a bitch to have to rotate them 50,000 times before you finally get them to the right angle you want, and then accidentally hit one further, and then it rotates it all the way back, so you have to go through the cycle again just to get back to where you wanted it to.
Sometimes you
pass it one more
get
time.
really cocky and you do that, and then you place it, and you're like, darn it.
Yeah, then you fuck up. It's bullshit. But they knew.
Probably did.
Yeah. Alright. Kinda looks like a castle. Just these things on there. Welcome to Castle Brennenburg. It's from Amnesia, in case you guys didn't know. That would be a badass project to make. Make Castle fuck, because I just messed up. Castle Brennenburg from Amnesia, The Dark Descent. I actually tried doing that in Minecraft once. I ended up giving up because I was just doing it by myself, and it was like, yeah, just like, I'm halfway done with this awesome castle. No one's gonna see it, no one cares. But, you know, I guess I could say the same about this. Maybe no one will ever watch. Maybe... Maybe this is just a big waste of time.
Nobody knows.
Nobody ever knows, man. People like to think they do. Like, what happens when you die? Bitch, you don't know anything. Anyone who tells me they know what happens after you die is full of shit.
I know what happens after you die.
Actually, I kind of do.
You die.
Yeah, well, you just decompose and go back into the earth from which you came.
Oh, you don't want to offend some religious people.
Hey, you know, religion's fine as long as you're not like, you know, crazy. You know, speaking of crazy, did you hear about the disgruntled employee in the news today?
Yeah, what? Wait.
Yeah, what? Wait.
I thought you were...
Yeah, what? Wait.
No, I heard about that. A lady that was like a news anchor that just quit.
No,
And
no.
got the F-bomb.
No. Oh, yeah. This is way more intense than that. Basically, I don't know the reason behind this, but this guy was fired for some reason, don't know. And he was really pissed off, apparently, so he went back and cut his boss's head off.
Oh.
Yeah. And then tried, like, stabbing another employee and ended up being shot by the security. But he didn't die, he survived. But it was because he was, like, an Islamic extremist. So, like, the FBI's involved and all this crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, okay, I heard about that.
But it's like me and a bunch of people at work were talking about it, and, you know, like, they're like, I wonder what the boss did to piss him off so much. And I'm like, does that matter? Like, does that justify anything? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter how mad you get. If you cut someone's freaking head off, unless they, like, murdered your wife and children or some shit, like, there's no reason for that at all. Like, as far as I'm concerned, you're just crazy.
Yeah.
And as soon as they were like, oh, he's an Islamic extremist, I was like, there you go.
Yeah, but at first, when I read about it, it said Muslim did that, and I'm just like, I hate the media. it kind of makes a lot of Americans be like, I hate all Muslims kind of dealio.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I have my feelings about religion and all that stuff, but I just feel like at the end of the day, if religion's all about being, kind of, I guess, like, doing the right thing and whatever, it's just, whenever you take religion and you impact someone else's life with it in a bad way, that's where it's like, it's kind of gone out the window when it comes to something that's actually useful in daily life. Like, there's no reason why you should ever like affect like negatively on someone's life when it comes to religion. That's where I'm not super. That's why I'm not super religious. Is it's just like you know why does someone feel the need to blow up a bus station or whatever because they have different beliefs than you or whatever. It's like it just seems to me like a waste of time for them, waste of their life, because they're going to probably end up getting killed over it or put in jail or whatever. And you just murdered a ton of people for all you know, is like a complete bullshit. Like, again, religion is, people have become so, I don't want to use the word obsessed, but for the lack of a better word, people just, especially people that live in like third world countries and stuff, are so they're brought up upon religion in such a heavy way that they kind of brainwash themselves.
Yeah, but that's what a lot of religions are designed to do, for control reasons.
Oh yeah, I get that, but my point is they look at us like, oh, we're bad or whatever because of the way we live or whatever, but if it was the other way around, you know what I mean? Like if they were grown up over here, it would be different. It's like, it's all like cultural perspective. Like for instance, when I went to China, I met a lot of people over there, a lot of people from different places, including like Pakistan, stuff like that, and their outlook on things are a lot different. A lot of the people from Pakistan were like the nicest people in the entire world. Like, they left their country because it was fucking batshit crazy. No joke. And, like, the Chinese people, a lot of the things they do is super weird for someone like me, but, my brother kept telling me, like, you gotta look it through, like, the way they grew up and where you are right now. Like, you kind of, you're from a different culture, so when you look at theirs, it's all crazy and foreign, and the things they do is super weird, but to them, because they were brought up in it, it's completely normal. And that's where, like, to me, it's more interesting, where some people take, like, offense to it, where it's like, I think how diverse people are is what makes, the human species such an interesting one, is that we're all so different. Like, you go and see a tiger at the zoo, they're the same as every other fucking tiger. Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, someone that's gonna cut someone's head off because they were fired has something wrong with their head. No pun intended. But, you don't do that for any other reason than you're just out of your mind.
Or to, like, cut somebody's head off, to, like, they have machetes and automatic rifles, which, I guess, 2 days ago, the B spot in the village, where Whole Foods is, in Rochester, got robbed. with people in clown masks, and they had machetes and automatic weapons.
Where?
The B Spot, it's a bar.
No
The
shit.
Village Mall.
Really?
Yeah, they robbed it at closing.
In clown masks.
In clown masks.
Did anyone get hurt?
No. They stole some cash out of their wallets and a bunch of other things and walked out. But
They get caught?
yes, they didn't get caught until today because the cops got footage from Walgreens of them buying the masks.
Huh.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
But yeah, they got robbed in Rochester.
That's why you don't, like, do that. Or if you do, you use a mask that you've had for a really long time.
Yeah, they bought it.
Yeah, like, I watch Forensic Files and stuff like that a lot. And it's amazing how stupid people are. Dude, this one episode of Forensic Files, okay, this guy, like, this girl, I think she's like a insurance agent or a realtor or something like that. I can't remember. She goes to speak to this guy or couple or whatever about, business related shit. And she drives there, and apparently, a couple days go by, and, like, her work is wondering where the hell she is, and her parents can't find her, no one can get a hold of her. So the police obviously are notified and end up trying to, like, find her, and they end up going to, like, the house that she was last reported going to, which is this guy's house or whatever. And, he has no idea what happened, like, plays it off and everything, and they're like, okay, well, nothing says that you're necessarily, other than you were the last person to see her, we don't have any other evidence on you to, like, hold you or, request a search warrant or anything like that. So they basically kind of, like, walk away to look for other clues to kind of maybe point them in the right direction. Well, they end up looking up her credit card information to see if, if it's, been used or anything, and they end up finding out that it's been used at a local gas station. So they head to the gas station to see if they have, like, security footage. Well, the clerk's like, no, I got something better for you, and hands the police a receipt. And the guy who signed the receipt signed his own name. So instead of forging her name, he just signed his own name. So he literally was like, this is who I am, come arrest me. And it was the same guy. It was that guy that was in the house or whatever that she last saw.
It's funny.
Like, how stupid are you to, like, steal someone's credit card after murdering them and then use your own name to sign it? You could have wrote like, Barney fucks a mom on there or something, or whatever the hell you wanted to write, and they wouldn't have thought twice about it. But you write your own name? It's like the dumbest criminal in the world.
There's worse.
Oh, I'm sure. But that's just, like, complete idiocy. You'd think you'd be paranoid after that, like, where you try to do everything you could to cover your tracks.
Yeah, but people don't think.
I think it's crazy that, like, again, for me watching these shows, that, like, someone who murders someone basically gets caught pretty quickly, but someone who rapes someone, it takes them forever to catch them. I find that so weird, because it's like, one, you have an eyewitness, two, because, like, I'm talking rape, not rape murder. I'm talking about someone who rapes someone and they get away. You have an eyewitness, and you most likely have DNA. And you can't find the guy. Like, how many times there's been, like, serial rapists out there that have just gotten away for years and years and years? But then there's, like, a guy who fucking murders some random Joe Blow, like drifter dude who,
They can find him.
yeah, who gets caught from having the same blade of grass on his pants that was found at the crime scene or whatever crazy shit they find. It's just. Have you ever watched the show, The Last 48? Or First 48? Last 48. Huh. First 48?
Probably.
It's like it's a real show. Like a real. It's not like reenactments or anything. It's like real shit. The first 48 hours after a homicide. So, like, the beginning of the show starts off where, like, they go to a homicide and there's, like, something's happened or whatever, and they interview, like, the family, and they interview all these people that know them, and they basically, like, do the whole investigation, and you watch the whole thing, and it's cool. The best part about the show is watching the interrogations, because, like, it's real people that are being accused of murder, and, like, trying to lie their way out of it, and it's cool. Like, the best part is to, like, see their reaction of knowing that they're going to be going to jail for the rest of their life. It's some pretty crazy shit. And it's always over, like, it's always some black guy, no offense. No offense to anybody listening. This is not a racist. This is not a racist remark. This just happens to be the truth from the show so far. It just seems to always be a black guy. Not even a black girl, just a black guy. I don't know why. But, and it's always over something dumb, like a dime bag of weed, or, like, seriously, they're never, like, good reasons to kill someone. It's always like, he yelled at me, he disrespected me, so I shot him in the head. Or, he owed me $10, so I shot him in the face. Like, just really stupid reasons to kill people. But, whatever. I guess that's, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Natural selection. Working its way out.
Yes. But very, very slow for humans. Like I said before, doesn't really work with us.
What do you mean?
Because we can make somebody that's dumb or doesn't have, great traits live forever, and they can also mate with somebody, and it's not really natural selection anymore. Like, we can pretty much survive nature.
Yeah, but what I mean by that is, like, people that do dumb things take care of themselves. Like, if you stay pretty level-headed and you don't do anything really stupid, most likely you'll live a long, healthy life. But if you're an idiot and decide to drive your sports car to 50,000 miles an hour down the freeway or some shit, you're asking for, a bad thing, like fucking death to come knocking on your door or some shit. Like...
Unless you're really good at driving and there's no people in the
Hey man, Paul Walker was apparently really good at driving, and he fucking died.
Drive, though.
I know. Again, like, even the guy who was driving, though, was apparently, like, a really good driver. I mean, he owned that fucking car shop or whatever.
Yeah, but the car they were in doesn't handle very well at high speeds.
Apparently.
Well,
Apparently.
Even before that.
Well, Dale Earnhardt died in a race car, and he was a race car driver, so you got nothing.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean... he's good at taking left turns.
Oh no, right! It, like, threw him off. What do I do? Yeah. Oh my god. Funny.
Sorry to the NASCAR fans.
Yeah.
But it's true.
I'm not a big NASCAR fan at all. And there are plenty of people around here that like NASCAR. At least in Lapeer. You go to Lapeer, dude, it's like, what the fuck? There is so many NASCAR.
Let's watch cars go. Take a left turn.
It's like basketball for me. It's the exact same thing like basketball, where it's like, I don't care because they're scoring so much. It's like I'll just watch the last 10 minutes and enjoy myself. Why have the game be that long if you're scoring? It's like you score, then they score, then you score, then they score. It's like play a 10-minute game.
Foul, here and there.
Yeah, it's just.
But the thing is, people watch NASCAR, and this is pretty much a true fact. People watch NASCAR for the crashes.
Well, yeah. But if you want to watch crashes, just go to Monster Truck Rally, man.
Yeah, but that's what they watch NASCAR for, is because they want to see that crash. Away from it now, because these cars are like safer than the cars we drive.
I believe that, but I also believe like there is a sport to it. Like people care about who wins and shit like that.
Oh, yeah,
like,
their guy or whatever.
Yeah, obviously. I think that's just like, it's kind of like watching hockey and waiting for someone to get in a fight. I feel like it's not the main reason why people watch, but I feel like it's definitely a perk. Like, trust me, for me, that would be a main reason to watch NASCAR. I'd want to see a crash, but that's because I don't care about any of the drivers. And I don't mean that in like I don't care about their well-being. I just don't care about the sport, so.
Well, they kind of signed up for that. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, definitely. But again, I don't wish them any harm. It's not like I'm like fucking burning hell. But again, like for a lot of sports that are like hockey's awesome because one goal means a lot. There are plenty of games that have just been like 1-0. So it's like you score, it's like you could score one goal and actually win the game. Like
that's like baseball.
Yeah, baseball's like that, but baseball is baseball's awesome, but nowhere near as good as hockey for me. Hockey's got the attitude. They're not pussies. Like they actually get paid for doing something. Like freaking baseball players get paid for doing like jack shit. Literally.
Yeah, they're like the most. Or
yeah,
something.
they get paid like the most, and they literally like, dude.
Hit a ball.
No, not even that. The outfielders will just stand there. Like, seriously, I could do that job. Might not be as good as them, but I could do that. And I'll do it for a fraction of the price. What?
If you practice as much as they do, you could be just actually put in the time they did.
Well, I kind of believe that, but I also don't. I feel like there's such thing as like, inherited talent kind of thing. But, anyways, they're way overpaid. Like ridiculously overpaid.
At least.
I know, but they, like, for instance, dude, there was that guy, I do not know the team because I am not a sports fan. Again, hockey is like the only sport I really give a shit about. And I don't really even give that much of a shit about it. But, there was a player who, and this wasn't that long ago, who died on the ice. Like, he flat out heart stopped. And they defibrillated him, like, to his chest.
Yeah.
He went into the back or whatever, splashed some water on his face and finished the game. Didn't go to the hospital, nothing. Now they're like basketball players. It's like, ooh, I fucking broke a nail, and they're like out of the fucking game forever.
Basketball players are pretty much the wimpiest of them all. It's pretty much drama the whole time.
Yeah.
They're just like, I want to be paid more. I do so much. It's like, no, you shoot a ball in a basket. Congratulations.
Yeah. And basketball was badass in like the 80s. 80s and 90s was freaking sweet for basketball. My reasoning for it was, one, they had all the badass basketball players. Two, dunking was like a cool thing that they actually did. Like, that was like, dunking was like, it was like the show part of going to see.
Yeah, you're just like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was like you were being entertained while you were watching them do a sporting event. Where like now it's all about winning. It's not about like being entertained. And it's weird because I don't feel like a lot of people understand that that's actually something that was like a big part of sports at one point. Like, now it's so much about like who's playing and how good are they and all this stuff that, especially with like basketball, I guess, where it's like I go to a Pistons game or whatever, and they're just like, oh, I'm shooting from, you know, I don't know, 15 feet away. Oh, I missed or I made it. Cool. But you never see a
Yeah.
guy run up and just fucking slam it in, like it. It's
Well,
just,
a lot of it too is, it's more distance now. Like,
that's what I mean.
oh,
Like they're always,
3 points or like half the court. I made it. It's like amazing. And then everybody cheers that it's a basketball fan because it's all about the distance.
yeah,
But like the farther you're away from that basket, the less skill it takes and the more luck you have.
I agree.
So it's like you can shoot it from half the court, but that doesn't mean you're a good basketball player. That means you got lucky. Because if you try to do that shot again, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah, your percentages definitely go down. Again, to anyone right now who's watching this video and is just like boiling with anger because we're talking on about all your favorite sports, keep in mind this is coming
And then
from,
there was wrestling.
yeah, keep in mind this is coming from people who do not care about sports, or at least I don't care about sports, and I don't care that you like them or don't like them or whatever. Literally, like, my opinion, just let it go through one ear and out the other, because this is from a person who doesn't really care about sports. So my opinion doesn't matter to you. Just like if I liked Nickelback and you didn't, you shouldn't care. I know, I picked like the worst band ever. I was
Like the most hated band.
that's exactly why I picked it, because like a lot of people don't like them, which I am one of them. My mom listens to Nickelback, and it's like, oh my god, oh, you want to talk about a weird experience? So, have you ever heard of the Nickelback song "Animal"? It's an old one, so that's why I'm. This is before all the hate came down on Nickelback.
I don't know.
It's "Animal." It's the one about like, it's. I can't imagine anyone on the planet Earth hasn't heard it, just because it's again, an older song of theirs before they got all the hate put on them. But it's a song about picking up his girlfriend, like the lead singer picking up his girlfriend like late at night from her parents' house, and like driving out to like a place, and basically like on the way there she's giving him a blowjob, and then they get there and they like fucking have sex in the car or whatever, and then like while they're doing it, like her dad shows up and like catches them. So the whole song's about like how basically they're animals because they want to escape and fuck all the time. Well, I'm driving down the road. I don't know where we were going. This was a while back, and my mom's like, "Hey, you should listen to this song." And I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "Because you should learn it on the drums." And I'm like, "Okay." And she started playing, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I have to listen to this song with my mom in the car." Like we're driving, and it's like, the whole time I'm like, I hope she doesn't think like, I hope she doesn't know what this means, because it's like, it's really hard to listen to that song and not know exactly what it's talking about. So it's just like, it's one thing watching a movie where there's like sex in it with your parents, where it's like, okay, you're seeing it, it's awkward, but like if someone's explaining it to you, like imagine like Morgan Freeman narrating a sex scene with your parents in the room. Like, it makes it so much worse when someone's explaining it to you vocally instead of it just being shown. And she was like, "Yeah, you should learn this on the drums." And I'm like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is this?" I'm not gonna ever be able to. Not that I would want to listen to that song, but do that without thinking of her now, I guess, which is weird. But yeah, interesting story. Not a moment I'm necessarily proud of, but what are you gonna do?
Funny story.
Yeah.
Great storytelling, great storytelling.
I know, man. I should make a book. Storytelling 101.
Yeah.
Still, my favorite book title of all time is Michael Scott's Somehow I Manage. That is the best book title in the entire world. I don't think it would be as good if it wasn't written by him, just because that, like, defines him as a boss in the office. Is like, I don't know how he's actually the boss because he's a fucking idiot and everyone in the show knows he's an idiot. So it's like, who the fuck hired him? But, that book title, Somehow I Manage, is awesome. That is comedic genius by the writers.
Yeah, but it like fits his character so well.
Oh, yeah.
That show was great. And he left, and it wasn't so much.
No, but it was cool seeing him back in the last episode.
Yeah, but I wish he had more lines than he did.
Oh, yeah, I know. Wasn't he like, that's what she said or something at the end, or?
Yeah, that was it. He had like 2 lines the whole thing. I'm just like, darn it. I just wanted him to be like, in that, because I was excited because they were talking about how he's coming back or whatever for the last episode, and I was like, yes.
Well, I wish they would have gotten Jim Carrey to be the boss. You know how they were like doing the...
Yeah, they're trying different ones.
Yeah, and they got like Will Ferrell and stuff, and Jim Carrey was there, but he didn't really have an interview. He was just like talking in the elevator. But I really wish they would have gotten him because I think he would have been
because Andy,
different.
Like, I don't, maybe some people would disagree, but I feel like, the person that played Andy was trying way too hard to be Steve Carell.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he's just like...
He wasn't originally, but like once Steve Carell left, he definitely was trying to kind of play that same character.
Yeah, but he's like being the boss when he was the boss, and he was trying to be Steve Carell's character of being the boss. And I'm like, okay, well, it's already been done, plus you can't do it really well. Like, that's when it started going real downhill.
Yeah.
Like, if they could have got a different one, like, if he could have been his own, it would be much better. Like, he wanted to be how am I the boss?
I'm almost done with this wall. You haven't even... Oh, you've made it all the way down. Almost all the way down. This is what happens when... To everyone watching, this is what happens when a new alpha comes out and fucks with your game. My game's running fine, his game's running slow as shit, so he's running at about 1/10 the speed.
Update.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
Well, I mean, it was fine until they did the 9.3X.
Yeah.
And then whatever that did, kind of screwed everything up. So I'm waiting for the 9.4 or 10.4 or whatever it's on. I'm waiting for the next one to fix this problem, but I don't know when they're going to do that. Because they're always like, this is the new alpha, and they talk about it, and then they don't have it for like 5 weeks. They're like, coming soon?
Yeah. Can't really...
It's like, okay, I can deal with this for another week, and then it gets to 2 weeks, and you're like, come on. And then they install it, and then it fixes this problem, but creates another one.
Well, that's just like the price you pay for playing an alpha game.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too much, because, like, as long as they get rid of this, like, it's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because they got rid of the crashing that I had, but it, like, dramatically slowed down.
Does it do that when you're playing single player? Is it slow?
Not this slow, but it's not as fast as it was. But actually, I think they screwed up when they had some people get the Alpha 10, and they had to fix it.
Right.
I think that's where they screwed up. Or something went wrong. I can't even play it full screen.
Yeah, that's weird.
And it's like really hard to explain, but there's like a million pictures in one thing.
Yeah, that's the video, or the picture you sent me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like really hard to explain, but like you enter full screen and then you have like a collage of photos.
I wish you could set like a... Well, I guess I might be able to just do these.
But I used to be able to run on pretty much top quality and top everything, and now I have it dumbed down all the way, and I still am slow. I don't even think it helps. I think I can just run full quality and it's still missing.
Yeah.
But if they can fix this problem and me not crashing, that'd be fantastic.
Well, they will. Just be a matter of time. Definitely not the only one having the problem.
No, that's a lot of people are. But it's alpha.
Watch it's on the glass.
Give him a raise.
This thing is so fucking long. That's what she said.
Yeah.
But seriously.
Steve Carell owns that, okay? He owns it.
It's a shame that like we won't see him play that character anymore. It's sad.
Nobody's in movies, so it's like exactly the same sometimes.
He hasn't been in a movie in a while though. Anchorman was like the last movie he was in. Oh no, he's coming out. He's in that movie with Jennifer Gardner. That one Disney movie that's like the worst day ever.
Yeah, that's the new one coming out.
Which I could give a shit about, to be honest.
He's been in a lot of movies where he's voiced. Despicable Me, he's been in that one.
Yeah.
So he's like doing a voice.
I think that would be like the coolest thing ever. To be able to be in one of those movies. Just be like a character. That'd be so cool. Watch yourself like as an animated character doing stupid shit.
Yeah, it would be. Because sometimes they give you the story, but then you act it out. But they like map the character to what you're acting out.
That, and it kind of looks like you in a way, slightly. Like they always kind of make the face look similar. Like there's definitely a reason why Gru or whatever has a big nose. Steve Carell's big nose.
Yeah. Yeah, in a way they do look like you.
Some are definitely more than others, but
yeah, But even look at video games. They do the same thing.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Except whenever they make a movie adaptation of something, like a video game movie, it's like, or a movie video game, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
It always looks completely different. Like the Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game. Spider-Man, like, or Peter Parker doesn't even look like the guy from the movie, yet it's based on the movie. So it's like, okay. I'm telling you, right now, a fucking cool idea for a video game would be a Batman game. But hear me out. The Batman game wouldn't be like the Arkham series. As much as I love the Arkham series, I freaking absolutely love the Arkham series. So, in no way is this shooting down that game, because that game is awesome. But, where's the half slab things?
Get to it. The suspense is killing me.
Hold on, I gotta find that. Oh, it's right here. I think it would be cool to do like a Batman game where the city's completely alive. Like there's people walking around, things are happening, random crimes are going on. Like a much more realistic portrayal of Batman. So not the cartoony like Batman that's kind of Arkham City or whatever the Arkham series is. You know, where it's like semi-realistic. Like the Joker and Batman have like body sizes that are completely different. When in reality, like I don't think it's that far off. Bane looks fucking huge. Like that would never be a human being. You know, like just they're definitely kind of caricatures of like the actual thing. Where I think this game should be based on kind of like the more Christopher Nolan approach, where it's like more realistic portrayals of each character, and with that in mind, having like the city that's like alive and has like people in it, I thought of like a cool way of overcoming that obstacle, because I feel like a lot of the reason why the Arkham games haven't put like civilians and stuff just walking around the streets is that they feel like Batman isn't like a showboater like Spider-Man and stuff is, where like they stay in the like he stays in the shadows. He doesn't like walk around the streets like right next to a pedestrian who's just strolling down the road. Like he doesn't just stand in the open and let people see him. So they don't want to put civilians in there because it looks weird if Batman's just like walking down the street next to a group of people, and you know they're all acting normal and stuff, because Batman doesn't do that. So I thought like how can you make a Batman game where the city's alive so you don't feel like you're walking around a dead fucking city that's not even worth saving, but also keep with the feeling of being Batman? Would basically be like kind of use it as like a stealth approach, like almost like a maybe like a point system, or just or like a weakness or something like that, where like if you stay in the shadows you get like bonuses and things that will you know help you rank up, or I don't know. It's just something where, you know, it's basically motivating you to be stealthy and to not be seen. And you know, so that way when you're like completing an objective, have them be really hard. Like you can't just walk into a group of bad guys and jump around and kill everyone in 5 seconds. You know, you'd have to like take the approach like stealthily and actually like, you know, can't just attack them head on necessarily. Like you do the thing like in the Dark Knight, where like the guys are there in the garage or whatever, the parking garage in the beginning, doing that drug deal, and like Batman like just drives his car through like the concrete barrier to like distract them, and then he attacks them from the other side. You do like that same thing where you like have, you know, you could use distractions and stuff to like. Basically, I want a Batman game that allows me to use all of Batman's stuff, his Batmobile, Batcycle, all that shit, but also is like in a more realistic world with like real crimes happening. And I want the feeling of being able to go back to like Wayne Manor and just chill and hang out, and then when the bat symbol like shows up in the sky, be like, it's time to roll, and like go down to the Batcave, hop into whatever vehicle you want and just take off towards that scene. I think that would be like the coolest thing ever. Like, I hope that they allow you to do that in the Arkham Knight that's coming out, where you can go back to the Batcave and just chill, and then like if something happens, you can just drive straight out of the Batcave. But part of me feels like there's gonna be a loading screen, like you're gonna get in the Batcave and then it's gonna like poop you out of the Batcave.
Yeah.
So there's not gonna be like that seamless like transition that I'm looking for. Just because so many games do that now. But I think it would just be really cool to have, where you're just chilling in the Batcave or whatever, and something happens, like a random crime or whatever, and you just head out for it. And then when you get there, you have to like approach it the right way. And fear is like Batman's number one weapon, really. At least in Batman Begins, So you could use that, like we're staying in the shadows and just doing all that stuff. I just think it would be a really cool game. But I guess I can dream.
Yes.
I'm gonna destroy these.
Out there.
But Rocksteady needs to make a 4-player goddamn Ninja Turtle game. Tell me a Ninja Turtle game by Rocksteady, the guys who did Batman Arkham City and Asylum and everything. That fighting system, 4-player co-op, wouldn't be awesome. That would be the coolest game in the world. Oh, definitely. Yes, definitely eat pizza for health. That would be awesome. Well, my side is done.
Well, congrats.
Yeah. See how much faster that went by, dude?
Well,
Like,
I can't see how fast it's going because it's obviously going slow for me, but
you messed up right here too.
let me play.
Here, I'll go and oh, I have a flashlight. What am I doing?
You always forget it.
I know, dude, because we keep going back and forth between this one and our real like non-creative mode game, and I don't have that in that, so I'm not used to the luxury, whereas you've had it for freaking decades in that game.
Yeah, but I don't have to turn my flashlight on and off. It's always on.
You can't shut it off?
No, it's always on. So like when I enter the game, it's not off. It's on. So it's like I don't even turn it on. So I kind of forget about it, and I just see a light, and I just don't think anything of it.
Right. Right.
Well, we'll just need to raid a gas station on that one.
Yeah, I got it. Just fill in the gaps.
And I need more of the trip. If only I had unlimited.
Messed up.
Happens.
Now you done it, did it, son.
It especially happens when you run the slow.
Yeah, I
You're
bet.
like, I can't mess up. Don't mess up.
Got it. Alrighty. Just gotta add that last wall, but... Alright guys, I think it's gonna wrap up part 10 of the Rome build. It's looking awesome. I think part 11 will wrap up probably. Definitely get that wall done and then finish this over here, and then we'll part 12 start the stairs. So I think, dude, like I said, part 15 might actually be closer to, or part 20 is what I think I said 20. We'll probably be done by part 20. I can't imagine we'd have this thing still working on it by part 20. Part 10, and we are, I'd say, halfway right now. So, alright guys, well thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Stay tuned for part 11. And have a good one. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Alright guys, take it easy.